time we saw y'all, it was probably one of y'all's tougher losses of the season. Turn around and do this. What were those days in between like, and what allowed y'all to rebound so quickly?
I would say just the move on mentality. I think a big thing was even when we're down, seeing the coaches coming and still have energy, still believe in us. They came in with a great game plan, and seeing our coaches still believe in us even after a loss like that. They come in with energy. We feed off that and cause us to believe too, allow us to move on, and I think that's the biggest thing.
We've talked with Coach Cable several times over this season, and in close losses and more lopsided ones, he's really praised y'all for being able to bounce back quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Where for you guys do you think that mentality, that ability comes from?
Like O said, it starts from the top, and that's our head coach. We feed off his energy. He has a show-up mentality regardless if we're winning or losing. We show up each and every day and put the work in. So for us, even after tough losses, it's getting in the gym, putting in the work, looking at the film and seeing where we can make improvements. And I feel like we did that going into this game. We were the hungrier team, and it showed today.
It's one thing to bounce back during the week, though, and put in the work. Mm-hmm. You come out tonight, you're down 10, 21-11. You really can't, having a hard time making baskets. I mean, how did you guys hold together in that point and then really kind of turn around and take it over?
Yeah, even when shots weren't falling, our Coach Capel did a great job motivating us, telling us that shots will fall. Let's not let our defense lapse while we're not making shots. And that was the big thing for us. We kept fighting on the defense end, regardless if we were making or missing, and shots started falling in that second half for us.
What was the game plan like tonight compared to 2 weeks ago?
I think us knowing the personnel a little bit better, seeing that zone for the second time. I think there's only maybe 2 or 3 of us, not including myself, but maybe 2 people on the team that's seen that zone. So for us getting a second look at it, being able to watch it on film and see where we can take advantage this time around.
What did you guys see from the last time? Because you guys were pretty stagnant against them the last time, but then in the second half, it seems like you guys were trying to mow on the baseline a lot more. And things started to open up. Was it the shooting that started falling the opens that got to get the rhythm flowing, or was it something else?
I think it was more so the ball movement. We didn't allow the ball to stick. We kept moving it, and that allowed us to get them in closeouts, get them in tough situations, and take advantage of them.
How gratifying did it feel to see the ball go through the hoop like that, given the way you guys have struggled against the zone historically?
It feels great. Again, it just shows that you put the work in throughout the week, that it can pay off on game day, and all of us did that leading up to this game.
This is maybe your best defensive effort of the season. What was different from the first matchup? That's one that got 77 points. You shot like 51% from the field. What did you all take away from that matchup that you were able to successfully apply to this one?
Yeah, I think the first time we played them, I think one thing we saw was that they were way too comfortable. They was getting anything they wanted offensively. They were getting anywhere they wanted. So I think our biggest goal for this game was to make them uncomfortable. Like, we know they can hit tough shots, but just make it as hard for them as possible.
Yeah, I feel like that first game we played them, they didn't necessarily feel our presence. This game we kind of turned around, and we knew we had to really have impact on the defensive end, not let them feel comfortable, like he said. And on the offensive end, we had time to watch the film. We dissected our own film. We watched, trying to find the dead spots and the holes in the zone that we can attack, those baseline passes and everything like that, and just being comfortable out there, not playing on our heels. So I think that was a big thing that really helped with our success tonight.
You guys allowed, I think there were 2 fast break buckets early, but then I don't think there was much after that. You had 3 steals. Did you guys say anything to adjust, or was there any communication breakdowns that you guys kind of wiped out, or was that just an effort, just those moments happen?
Yeah, Coach pointed it out at halftime. We got to stop them in transition and then keep them off the offensive rebounds, and they were able that's how they were up in that first half. So for us, we knew that in the second half, in order for us to have a chance to win, that we were going to have to pay close attention to getting back in transition, talking regardless if it's your man or not, just being on one accord out there on the floor.
Every team tries to focus its defensive efforts on Buddy Boeheim. When Syracuse wins, they're able to get scoring from other guys. Did you guys do anything special on Slider, Gerard, or Jimmy Boeheim?
I think the biggest thing was running their shooters off the line. If you got 4 guys hitting threes is much tougher than just 1 guy hitting threes. So I think that was the biggest thing, just running them guys off the line. And sometimes you got to sacrifice. Credit to him, he can shoot the shit out of the ball. But I mean, like, it's better. I'm sorry. But I mean, like, we'd rather just 1 guy instead of 4 guys. So I think that was the biggest thing, just trying to get those guys off the 3-point line.
Jamarius, to your earlier point, what does it tell you that you had 15 assists on 20 made field goals and knowing a couple of those were fast break points?
For us?
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful. We move the ball like that. As you saw, everybody's able to get open shots, great shots, game shots, and we were able to take advantage of that tonight. And we need to, keep up with that ball movement if we're going to win the next game and each and every game after that.
Tony, the 11 points tonight for you were a career high. I mean, I just, like, for you, what's it like out there in that moment when things are going so well for you? I mean, especially the journey you've been on, like the work to get to this point.
Yeah.
What was that like out there tonight?
I just have fun anytime I'm out there, really. Just competing. All I'm worried about is really just doing whatever I can to win. And so, that's really it. I obviously can enjoy it after the game, but I feel like in the midst of it, I'm really just locked in, doing whatever I can to help push the team to a win.
Do you think you surprised them with your steals?
Maybe. I mean, that's something I know I've always been good at is on-ball defense. So, I don't know if they've seen that from me in the past, but I mean, I didn't surprise myself. I know that I can do that.
Did y'all do anything different on Gerard this time around, or did the plan shift knowing that his primary backup was out?
I don't think so. I just think this time around, we just was a little bit more attention to detail. We seen him before, and we knew what he was capable of doing. And O just did a great job tonight, applying pressure throughout the whole game whenever he was matched up with him.
Mo, you and John combined for 28 rebounds. What was you guys talking, or what was talking throughout the week to try to make sure you getting defensive rebounds and getting yourself second chances?
Well, last game they crashed the board so many times, and I think they had 14 offensive rebounds in our last game, and they kept converting over those. So a big thing for us was trying to keep those guys off the glass. Edwards and Jimmy, keep those guys off the glass, and especially since they're shooting teams, a lot of those they don't go in, they're gonna bounce off. So there's opportunities for guys to go grab rebounds. So it just kind of just fell in our hands, really.
We had talked about those point total earlier. I mean, Mo and Jamarius, like, how much of what you all saw out there tonight, like, how much of that do you sometimes see in practice, even if it's just in spurts? And how much does that help to have a 5th guy on the team who's able, at least in a moment like this, to really contribute offensively?
We trust him. We have the confidence, and you talking about right?
Yeah.
We have the confidence in him. Every time, especially those corner threes or anything in general, he can knock those down. So it's like, it's not really that surprising. We see it in practice all the time. It's just something that just happened, really.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys.